So we're here at Arches National Park and we're heading out to a place called Devil's Cache or something like that. But it's the only off-road road on the park that I'm aware of. We get to go to a national park. We drove down this road for a little while, maybe a mile or two, and as you can see, it was mostly road. Then we came to a gate. At first we thought this was probably the end of the trail because back home, you don't go through a closed gate without permission. Bad things are likely to happen. Best case, you get arrested for trespassing. Worst case, you might get planted in a field somewhere. But since there were tire tracks going through the gate and no trespassing signs or anything, we decided to take a chance and see what was on the other side. So I don't even know what this trail is called, but several people have been here before. I'm looking at some of the stickers. There's a lot of Bronco stickers on here, which is cool since we drive a Bronco. Matt Caddy, Colfax Campers, Yats, some others. But this will be interesting. Although probably not smart since we're by ourselves and we have no idea what this trail is rated and we don't have a winch. What could possibly go wrong? But we're going to try not to do anything stupid and make our way out of here safely. This is a whole new experience for us because in Texas, where we're from, in case you can't tell by the accent, there is no public land. We have state parks and designated natural areas and so forth, but nothing like the BLM managed land you have in most of the rest of the western U.S. It's kind of a shame that the largest state in the lower 48 doesn't have land you don't have to pay to play on. But that's pretty much the case. One of the things that was impressed upon us during the Bronco off-rodeo experience is not to, quote, widen the trail. In other words, don't go around the obstacles. I know Utah, and particularly around Moab, there were a ton of trails closed because people weren't taking care of them. And as visitors, we certainly didn't want to be a part of the problem, which is why you'll see us stop from time to time to figure out what is the actual trail. We pretty much decided that if it looks harder, that's probably the trail.
fancier.
Baby version of the Rubicon, a lot of these rocks.
Oh. Wow. I don't like the look of the rest of that trail. That big rock up here is kind of scary. Over that one.
So she said she didn't want to drive through the spicy bits, but she didn't walk this far up ahead. I'm gonna let her go ahead and come through this. It's not too bad. This nothing you couldn't do in two-wheel drive, but it's more than she's done before, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully the battery in this camera doesn't die halfway through this.
That doesn't look, there's no tracks on that anymore. I don't want to go that way.
Okay. Well, you turn and go up this way.
Okay.
And then the first place we find it, we turn around and go back.
I know. I just feel like we're doing something wrong. I know we're not.
We decided not to fly the drone here, even though I think once we crossed the gate, we were out of Arches National Park. Figured we were still close enough that I didn't want the men in black showing up and confiscating the drone. Better to be safe than sorry. Still not sure when I became such a rule follower. Okay, so we're back on Arches National Park. That was a pretty cool little side trip. We got a super hamster up there.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Hi, super hamster.
But it was a interesting little side trip, and now once we get back to pavement, we'll air the tires back up. I'm glad we aired them down. There were a lot of sharp rocks, but a nice little side adventure. One of these days I'll look it up on OnX and see if that trail's listed, what it's called, and where it goes. If I find out, I'll let you know.